All right, let's jump right in because we are about to unpack a huge, and I mean huge shift in how we think about our entire professional lives. You know, the whole idea of a career, that steady, predictable path, well, it's being totally flipped on its head, and we're going to figure out what that means for every single one of us.
Okay, just take a second and let that quote sink in. No fixed tenure or permanent jobs. Wow. This isn't some wild guess from a science fiction story. This is a pretty stark prediction that's at the very heart of the analysis we're looking at today. That feeling of safety from a permanent job, it's fading away.
And look, this isn't some far-off future we're talking about. This fundamental shift, it's already happening. The whole concept of getting a job for life, joining a company right out of school and staying put until you retire, that's quickly becoming a relic of the past. So the big question is, what's taking its place? I mean, just look at the difference here. It couldn't be clearer, right? On the left, you've got the old way, that straight, predictable line, climbing up the ladder in one place. But on the right, that's the new reality. It's dynamic, it's entrepreneurial. It's less about climbing and more about toggling, about adapting, and about building something that is truly yours.
So let's dig into what this new framework actually looks like. Because if the permanent job is on its way out, something else has to be on its way in. And that something is what this analysis is calling the fluid career model.
So what on earth is a fluid career? Well, think of it like this. It's a hybrid. You're essentially the CEO of your own small business, your personal startup, while also taking on temporary project-based jobs with other companies. One minute you're an entrepreneur, the next you're a specialist for hire. And of course, that also means you're your own head of marketing, your own finance department, the whole shebang. It's a massive shift in personal ownership.
Now, if this all sounds a little theoretical, guess what? It's not. This model is already out there in the real world. Just look at the Merchant Navy. They've been working this way for years. Officers and crew members are basically freelancers. They sign on for a specific voyage, think of it as a project, and then in between those contracts, they're free to do their own thing. It's a system that's already been tested and proven.
Okay, so if this is where we're headed, how do we actually get ready for it? How do you thrive in a world that's always changing? Well, it's not just about what you do anymore. It's about how you think and how you adapt. You're going to need a whole new set of survival skills.
And really, success in this new world seems to boil down to two things. Two fundamental pillars that will hold up your entire fluid career. First, learnability. And second, resilience. And these are not just buzzwords, folks. They are the absolute foundation for everything else.
So let's break these down. Learnability? It's basically your ability to constantly learn new things. A new project needs a skill you don't have, you go out and learn it fast. You have to treat your skill set like software that needs constant updates. And resilience? That's your mental shock absorber. It's the strength to handle the ups and downs, the quiet months between projects. It means having a financial cushion, a strong network, and the ability to see a no not as a failure, but just as data for your next move. So when you put it all together, what we're really talking about here goes way beyond just a new way to get a paycheck. It's a completely new way of thinking. It's about shifting from the mindset of an employee who waits for directions to the mindset of an entrepreneur who creates their own path.
And all of this brings us to the final, and I think most powerful, idea in this whole explainer. It's a question that really forces us to think about how we're preparing not just ourselves, but the next generation for what's coming down the pike.
And this is the question the source leaves us with. It's a heavy one. Are we actually preparing our kids for this new reality? Are we giving them the tools for learnability and resilience? Or are we still pushing them towards that traditional path, getting a good job at a big company, a path that honestly might not even be there for them? It's definitely something to think about.